When you walk down the street and you see someone in need, you should do something. Yeah? Imagine, this is all a play. This is all a dream. Yeah? And God puts all of his saints on the street in tents and poor. Yeah? And they are suffering. Yeah? Because they're willing to suffer. And most of humanity fights because they don't want to suffer. And they're willing to sacrifice another person's life. They're willing to buy another person's soul and identity and do all the things they have to do to better themselves in this world rather than help another person. Yeah? So where are the saints going to be? Yeah? They're going to be put in positions to where we have to learn. Yeah? And the first thing we have to learn is that charity is in the eye of God. Yeah? If you see the need of charity, you must give. Yeah? That's a response. You are your brother's keeper. Do things that foster charity. Yeah? That fosters the ability for us to touch the people who are the poorest. People who no one takes care of. Yeah, absolutely nobody. Yeah? And so I try, and all my Sangha or myself and anybody who's associated with me, our work is to try and take care of that particular level. And in doing that, we change the causal field. Yeah, you don't know what really brings about change, but I have certain chakras and qualities that if people follow my simple action, like the action of charity, and if people follow through on that and continue doing that, then we immediately begin grounding out certain virtues inside of ourselves that are not existent. Yeah, they're just they're so far from existent in humanity, but they're very simple things, really, really simple things. So what I do is I perform charity by the action of a Dharma center, or a monastery. And in doing that, like in Glastonbury, I ask my Sangha, make sandwiches, and then take them out and give them to poor people, give them to people who have no money, no food, and you'll see them, they're sitting on the street, they have nothing, and the moment you do that, they come out of the woodwork, even in the middle of isolation, and they'll find their way to you and be fed, but they're being blessed by prasadam. You're actually touching the lowest of the lows, which means you're touching the highest of the highs. You're curing the curse, because the curse is that everybody walks by. Yeah, and that is a collective consciousness. A collective consciousness, that's the curse. So to eliminate that, one of us, such as Christ, needs to be the one who stands up and performs all the right behaviors of a human being.